Hi guys, it's Nelson, and right now I'm working on my HAF 932 again, and the reason I'm doing that is that I wanted to do some changes to it. As you can see, there's two 200mm fans that I just installed on the optic bay drive and the hard drive bay right behind them, and the reason I did that is for airflow. I wanted more cool air coming into the case, and I like what I did with the HAF 922, where I put the 200mm fan behind the optic drive. And with the 932, I wanted to do the same thing, but using two large fans. I'm going to have these two large fans, and on top of my case, on top of it, it's going to be two 120mm. Let me show you here. I'm going to take this off the tripod. And pretty much did the same thing what I did with the 922. Went to Home Depot again, and I got some of these screws. They're 2.5-inch screws, and some spacers. I couldn't find, they only had like one of these black ones. I wanted to really get one of these, but all they had was just that one, four in the bag. They didn't have any more left. And instead I got these white ones here. I'm gonna paint so look a little better. And as you can see, I I took off the paint. I know it looks really bad right now. I haven't finished scraping the rest of it off. It's taking me a while, and I wanted to cut some holes also on my motherboard tray. Some additional holes for cable management, and I got that idea from Lazy Man from West Coast Mods. I liked what he did with the cable management and the extra holes that he cut in there, and I went to Michael's just like he did. He was talking about these things like what the Corsair has, where the molding behind the holes that they pre-cut for cable management. And I went to Michael's and I bought these covers for the back of the motherboard tray. My case is going to have these 200mm fans, one on the side panel, the one I installed last time, and so that's 300. No, sorry. It's going to be four 200mm fans in my case, and two 120mm fans, and two 140mm fans. I still haven't decided how the airflow is going to work. It's probably going to be the same as before, where I have airflow coming from cold air coming from the front, from the top, and the exhaust from the going to the back and the bottom or on the side. Okay, what I'm doing right now is obviously taking off the screws. I already cut the points from the from where I don't want it to show on the other side. I bought them kind of long. I bought them at 2.5 inches, these screws, to install the 200mm fans. And the reason I bought them at that size is because that's all Home Depot had. Well, I mean, they had other selections, but they were either too small or too large. And 2.5 was probably the safer bet. So I bought those, and it worked out. All I had to do, use the Dremel and cut the end part of it. And taking this off, this fan that you see here, it's just for installing, you know, just for show, or use it in case I need to measure or something. It's not workable. This is from the HAF 922 I got, and you know, it wasn't working at the time, so I'm using it to measure and to do stuff like this instead of using the one I'm going to obviously use to install this. Taking the spacers, pre-measured everything, so it will be ready once I paint it again. And I'm going to use the same colors as before, a metallic red for the optic dry base and the hard dry base. I made sure that there was enough space for all the cables I'm going to use. And it shouldn't be a problem with the cables because all the holes that I cut for the motherboard plate, they're not going to intrude with the fan, so I won't have a problem with the cables hitting the fan. I'm trying to get everything done during the weekend. This is the only time that I have. I used to have time at night during the week, but now working longer hours, it's impossible. So my weekends are the only time that I have. Sometimes, unless I have stuff to do with my kid and my wife. So, like today, I went to Home Depot with my son. This is the second time over there. He loves it. He loves going to Home Depot. He loves the little cars that they have over there. Okay, I'll come back with me painting this. I got to finish sanding the rest of this. They're like little bits and parts of paint left over, so I got to remove all that stuff. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.